It's the Geek Tips right here. Tonight we're going to talk about how to make edible blood for Halloween. So
Yeah.
that's how to do this.
Okay, so if you look online about how to make fake blood, there's tons of recipes. I mean, tons of recipes. So there's tons of recipes, and it could involve anything, anything and everything. But a lot of people want a blood that you can put in your mouth,
Right.
that's safe, that you can put in your mouth that tastes good, or at least doesn't taste bad.
So like the Cairo stuff's completely out.
Well, I mean, Cairo syrup, that doesn't really have flavor. I mean, it does, but doesn't.
It's a lot of sugar though.
Yeah, but, and you also don't want it to stain.
Exactly. That's a lot of people I get.
In a film, because you get it on your actor, it's going to stain their skin, and then you're screwed. Because you go to the next scene where there's no blood and they have this red stuff, stained on their face, and you have to write in the script, oh, they have a birthmark. So anyway, I don't know if anyone else uses this recipe, but I came up with a recipe that you can use that doesn't stain. I mean, it might stain, but if you let it sit, it's going to stain, obviously. You can spray this on a white cabinet, in a kitchen, and it's not going to stain. You can wipe it off, and it's perfectly fine. And it tastes really good.
That's the key. So
that's the key.
How do we get this thing going?
So, you start with strawberry syrup that you make your strawberry milk with. Okay? So you put that in your container, and that's what you're going to use as your main.
That's my
ingredient.
favorite, by the way. That's like 90% of the milk that I drink is
90% of the milk that you drink.
Yes. It's strawberry.
Then you take your chocolate. Now, one thing that I found out is if you go to the dollar stores, the off-brands,
yeah,
they're a little more thinner. So, just like if you go with the name brands, they're a little thicker. And blood, it has a thickness to it, but it's not real thick. It's not stringy. So, if you go to the cheaper stores and buy the off-brand chocolate and strawberry, it's a little bit thinner. Even though it has a thickness to it, it's not stringy. So you can start with your red, your strawberry, and you add just a little bit of chocolate. And you kind of got to play with it because different brands, mix differently.
Right.
But you mostly the strawberry and a little bit of chocolate, and you shake that up. That looks good to me right there.
Check that out.
Now, it depends on what you're going to use it for because, like in film, if you're doing an extreme close-up in HD, then you want to make sure you formulate that perfectly. Right. But if you're doing your haunted porch on Halloween, you want to spray somebody with blood, then that's probably good. This is probably actually good for film. Look at that.
That does look... It looks better than any of the other recipes that I've ever come up with.
Right. So I think the only way to know for sure is to test it.
All right.
Okay, now do a little Gene Simmons for us. Yeah.
So, definitely an awesome, and it tastes really, really good. Check it out. Chocolate milk, or strawberry syrup, chocolate syrup, mixed together. Oh yeah.
Good stuff.
That's it for the Geek Tips. We're out.